In Genesis chapter 21, we bear witness to the realization of a long-awaited miracle, the birth of Isaac, by whose name laughter echoes, fulfilling God's covenant to Abraham and Sarah. As we delve into the intricacies of this profound text, we'll uncover themes of faith, the complexities of familial relationships, and divine intervention. The chapter speaks not just of birth, but also of the painful separation between Abraham's family and Hagar and Ishmael, setting the stage for a larger mosaic of history and theology that shapes the foundations of monotheism. So, let us turn the pages and unearth the rich layers of meaning in this ancient story. Genesis chapter 21 verse 1 And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. Verse 2 For Sarah conceived, and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. Verse 3 And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. Verse 4 And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Verse 5 And Abraham was 100 years old, when his son Isaac was born unto him. Verse 6 And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. Verse 7 And she said, Who would have said unto Abraham, that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. Verse 8 And the child grew, and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. Verse 9 And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Verse 10 Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. Verse 11 And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. Verse 12 And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. In all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Verse 13 And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. Verse 14 And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread, and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, and the child, and sent her away. And she departed, and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. Verse 15 And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs. Verse 16 And she went, and sat her down over against him a good way off, as it were a bowshot. For she said, Let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him, and lift up her voice, and wept. Verse 17 And God heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Verse 18 Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thine hand, for I will make him a great nation. Verse 19 And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went, and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. Verse 20 And God was with the lad, and he grew, and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. Verse 21 And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. Verse 22 And it came to pass at that time, that Abimelech and Phicol the chief captain of his host spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. Verse 23 Now therefore swear unto me here by God that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son. But according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. Verse 24 And Abraham said, I will swear. Verse 25 And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away. Verse 26 And Abimelech said, I wot not who hath done this thing. Neither didst thou tell me, neither yet heard I of it, but today. Verse 27 And Abraham took sheep and oxen, and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. Verse 28 And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. Verse 29 And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? Verse 30 And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me, that I have digged this well. Verse 31 Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they swear both of them. Verse 32 Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up, and Phicol the chief captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. Verse 33 And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. Verse 34 And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. As we close the chapter, joy and strife coexist, signaling the divine orchestration of history through individual stories and personal struggles. The birth of Isaac signifies not just the fulfillment of a divine promise, but also sets into motion the formation of a people chosen for a covenantal relationship with God. Meanwhile, the departure of Hagar and Ishmael invites us to ponder the broader scope of God's mercy and provision. This multifaceted chapter hence serves as a microcosm of life's triumphs and trials, encouraging us to find meaning in both the laughter and the tears that mark our journey with the divine. Like the video. Share the video. Stay tuned for chapter 22. Have a blessed day.